Hello, my friends, and welcome back to our weekly live series on scaling. So I'm saying welcome back, but really it's welcome, just welcome, because this is the first of our weekly live series that we are going to have. And it's going to be on scaling specifically because this is one of my favorite topics. For those of you who know me, I'm a business coach and I help people launch, grow, and scale their business. But I have to say that I have special preferences for businesses or business owners or entrepreneurs that are ready to scale. There are so many reasons for that. Scaling is a very exciting period. It's a time in your business where you basically have the validation that your business is working. You've already had your first clients. You're of course looking to grow and to have more clients, but you're in it for the long term. And that's why I love to work with clients and business owners that are at the scaling stage. But first, I would like you to introduce yourself in the comments. Tell me who you are. Tell me if you are ready for the scaling stage. Today, we're going to talk about three things. And I'm going to bring my notes closer so I can see them. We're going to talk about when do you know that you're ready to scale your business? A lot of people come to me and say, I'm not sure if I'm ready to scale or not. So this is a great opportunity for you to know if you're ready to scale or not. What does it mean to scale? What do we mean when we say scaling our business? What are different areas and parts of our business that we scale? And last but not least, if you should be scaling, what are the three reasons why you might not be scaling even though you feel like your business is ready to do it? So before we start, I would love for you to type in the chat, introduce yourself, tell me your name, tell me where you're from, tell me also if what business stage you feel that you're on. Are you launching your business, meaning you have an idea and you're looking for your first clients? Maybe you have one or two clients, but you're not yet really in the full growth of your business. Or you're more in the growing stage, which means that you are more dealing with marketing and growing and lead generation and finding more clients and making sure that you have a good flow of clients and sales. Or you've had already a good number of clients, you've been in business for many years, and you are now ready to scale. Now, if you don't know what stage you're on, then I'm going to give you actually the worksheet that I've offered you before, where, and if you don't have it, I'm going to put it in here. Let me put it in the chat. Can I post a comment from here? Right. Yes, I can. Hey, oh, am I posting it on YouTube? Wait, let me post it on the event itself. Am I seeing myself here? Let me refresh so I can make sure that I have, because I would like you to actually download the worksheet, and I would like you to follow up the worksheet while I do. Can you hear me? Hi there, Robin. If you're here, can you tell me if you can hear me? Because I just got a message that my mic was muted. So if you can hear me, just put a little smiley or say yes, we can hear you. And then whoever is watching the live, by the way, even if you come later, you can't watch it now. Just put in the chat. Do you feel like you're growing, launching, growing, or scaling your business? Yes, we hear you now. Thank you, Anastasia. Thank you for being here and for helping me. It's always great to see you on the live because you help me prepare it. So at least you can see what it looks like in real life, right? So yes, I just came back. Okay, great. So Robin is saying, I just came back. So if you're joining now, take the link that I just posted in the chat, open it, and actually you will see this page. You will see a page that is going to answer all the questions that we are going to talk about. So the first question is, and if you want, I can even share my screen so that you can see it as we talk. This is our first, not first live, but first live series. So let me see if I can share my screen. I can, yes, yes. And I would have to share it with this. Yeah. Okay. We are live. We are sharing a worksheet, and you should have it also in front of you. Let me make it bigger because I think I reduced it. Let me make it 100, maybe even more, so you can see it. Yes, we are getting there. Promise you, next time we'll be more organized from the beginning. But this is great. This is exactly what I want you to see. And I think I'm going to remove the banner. Yes, okay. So this is where I want us to be. How do we scale our business, right? So how do you know if you are ready to scale your business? So tell me in the chat if this is a question that you're asking yourself. Are you sure that you are already ready to scale your business? Do you don't know, maybe you're hesitating between growing and scaling? And so there are 5 things that are happening in your business that can show you that you're ready to scale your business, okay? Now, are you ready to hear those 5 things? And you can either write them down on your worksheet if you downloaded it, or you can write them down on a piece of paper. It doesn't matter. It's just for you to keep track of everything we're saying and to make it more interactive, right? So the 5 things that tell you if you're ready to scale your business or not are the following. First, it's the first sign that you want to look at is, are you at full capacity, right? Are you at full capacity, meaning do you feel like you have too many clients, or that you don't have time anymore for your clients, or that your clients are taking so much of your time that the number of hours that you've decided to allocate to your business is almost at full capacity? Type in the chat if this is you, if you feel like the clients that you have are eating up all your time and that you are really what we call reaching full capacity. If this is the case, then this is a really good sign that you are ready to scale your business. So type in the chat, yes, I'm almost at full capacity. Now, by the way, it's always better to be almost at full capacity, right? You don't want to be really at full capacity or over capacity, because then you wouldn't be even on the slide, because you don't have time to breathe. And I've met clients like this that came to me when they were so overwhelmed they didn't have time, even the time to work with me, they didn't have. So that is really a sign that you're ready to scale. So Robin is saying, I'm just growing. Well, let's see. Maybe one of the 4 other criterias you will also fit to where you are in regards to growing or scaling. Sometimes we're growing in one area and scaling in another one, right? The other sign that shows you that you are ready to scale is that you've been doing what you're doing right now for a very long time. So I've had people come to me and say, I've been doing what I do for 20 years, for 25 years, for 15 years, right? And that means that you are such an expert in what you're doing, and that you know what your client needs, what your clients want, you know how to get them the results, and you're such an experienced professional that you are ready to scale, my friend. So it could be that you're not yet at full capacity, but you've been doing the same thing for so many years that this means that you're probably ready to scale. So if you recognize yourself in this definition, just type in, yes, I've been doing. So tell me, how long have you been doing what you're doing? Is it 10 years? Is it 5 years? Is it 20 years? Now you can combine all of your experiences together. It doesn't mean, let's say if you've been working in corporate, not as an entrepreneur, right? Or if you've been working for someone else, So it doesn't matter how you've been working, but if altogether you've brought together a number of years that you are working on the same thing, then my friend, you are ready to scale. Hi, Lily. So nice to see you here. And thank you for putting your name, because now I can see who is. But I have the other screen here, so I can see. So type in the chat how long you've been doing what you're doing, and that is already in itself a sign that you're ready to scale. The third criteria that we know if you're ready to scale or not is if you're ready to go to another revenue stream. Right? So you've been doing business the way you've been doing. Let's say, for example, you've been doing one-on-one coaching, or you've been doing teaching, right? Or you've been doing one way of doing business and making money and having a business model and a revenue stream. But now you're ready. You already see that you're ready to leverage that way of doing business. So you're ready to do an online course, or you're ready to do group coaching, or you're ready to do events, right? So when this starts to itch and it's like, yes, I feel I'm ready to do something new, another way of making money, another way of recycling my expertise and my knowledge, and doing it differently, then that also means that you're ready to scale, my friend, right? So Robin is saying, I'm coming back from a 20-year hiatus. Okay. So does it mean you have 20 years of experience, or does it mean that you haven't worked for 20 years? You have to, what is basically what we're trying to see here is how long you've been working in the same field, so that you can say, this is the experience that I have. So let's go back to, for those of you who just joined us, the first sign, how do you know if you're ready to scale? One is, are you reaching full capacity in terms of number of clients? Two, and it's not and, it could be or, right? It could be one or two or three. So we will see what is the two. Two is you've been doing this for a very long time. You have a lot of experience, and you have a great expertise, a very serious expertise. Three is you're ready for a new way of doing business. You're ready for a new business model. You're ready for a new way of bringing money or revenue stream. Okay, so it could be or, it doesn't have to be and, right? So let's say maybe you don't have enough clients, but you've been doing this for many years, or you haven't done this, been doing this for many years, but you're ready for a new revenue stream, right? Number four, and again, you have the link in the chat to the worksheet. So download the worksheet. If you can either do it online, it's a Google Doc, or even like write down those 5 things, because then you can remember them more easily. Number four is you are ready to scale if you are, wait for this, ready to work less and make more money. Now, this sounds really obvious, because everyone, whoever you ask for, who's not going to say no to that? Of course, I want to work less and make more money, right? Everyone does. The only thing is that when you start a business, and if you've been in business for a long time, you know that in the beginning, we don't have that mindset. In the beginning, it's like, I have to work hard. I want to work a lot. I want to have a lot of clients. I want to work many hours. I want to give everything I have. So our mindset is not really on working less. Our mindset is on working more. But if you have already reached that mindset that you want to work less and make more money, it's a mindset shift. And if you're already at this mindset shift, then you're ready to scale, my friend. Okay? Do you see how this is working? It could be a proof in your business. It could be a proof in your number of clients. It could be a proof in your mindset. We're looking every aspect of your business, right? Lily is saying, hell yes, right? This is, if you have that mindset already, that you're like, yes, I want to work less and make more money, then you're ready to scale. That's why I'm saying scaling can be taken from different perspectives. And I want you to write down those 5 criterias, because those 5 criteria will let you know, will tell, maybe not right now, but with time, you'll see that, oh yeah, I am scaling. I am ready to scale my business. Oh yeah, I can see that, right? So just write them down now, and it will be there when you need it. The other and last criteria that can let us know if you're ready to scale or not. And by the way, if you are ready to work less and make more money, I really invite you to type it in the chat, because this is your way of manifesting it, of wishing it, of visualizing it, of doing your affirmations. So just type in the chat, Yes, I want to work less and make more money. Right? Robin said, I want to work smarter, not harder. Hey, baby, you're ready to scale. Okay, that's what it is. It's the mindset. So type in the chat, I'm ready to work less and make more money. This is going to bring it to you. And this is how we start to think about what we do to scale our business. So if this is what you want, just type in the chat. Number 5, when do we know a last criteria that you know if you're ready to scale or not, is if you feel overwhelmed all the time and you don't have time to work on your business, not in your business, but on your business, right? If you feel that you're overwhelmed, not only with client work, it could be with a lot of different things in your business, and you never have time to work on your business, that is a sign that you're ready to scale. So being ready to scale is a combination of mindset, of time, of resources, of experience, expertise. It's not just a number of years. So people say, okay, if you are at 6 figures, you're ready to scale. I know people that are 6 figures that are not ready to scale, and I know people that are not at 6 figures that are ready to scale. But people say if you've worked 10 years, you're ready to scale. Not true. So it's really about you choose what criteria you want to use in order to know if you're ready to scale or not. I want you to tell me, type in the chat, which one of those 5 conditions feel more applied to you. So number 1 is you're almost at full capacity. Number 2 is you have a lot of experience. You have many years of experience. You've been doing this for a long time. Number 3 is you're ready for a new business model, a new revenue stream, a new way of making money. Number 4 is if you're ready to work less and make more money. And number 5 is you're so overwhelmed that you don't have time to work on your business. So which one sounds more like you today? Could be more, it could be 1, 3, and 5, or it could be 2 and 4. But I want you to type in the chat. Those are the criteria that really resonate with me or fit who I am today. Okay, this is going to be a great exercise for you to know where you are. Number 4, who is saying number 4? I'm just looking at the name here. Robin. Yes, Robin is saying number 4, ready to work less and make more money. Great, amazing. Who else is sharing with us what numbers? And remember, you can write them down, if not on the worksheet, on a piece of paper, and you can have them in front of your office or your computer on a Post-it, and always remembering, wait, am I ready? Am I almost at full capacity? Am I ready for a new revenue stream? Who is ready here for a new revenue stream, a new way to make money, a new business model, taking your expertise, taking your services and shifting them so that you can make money a different way. You can offer different types of services. You can, like I said, go online, or you could, do it groups, or you can do it, from far. All the combinations are possible as long as you put your energy and focus and work into it. Okay. So those were the 5. So you can continue typing. And by the way, even if you come after and watch after the live, you can come and type in your different answers, because this is going to help you get clarity on where you are in scaling your business. Now, I promise you we will talk about 3 things, right? How do we know if we are ready to scale? What does it mean to scale our business? And if you're not scaling when you should, why? 3 reasons why you're not scaling when you should, okay? So what does it mean to scale your business? When we're ready to scale, where do we go? What do we do first? What are the types of activities or the type of projects that we need to work on in order to scale our business? So I want to give you, I've identified 8, and that's what I teach in our Scale Your Business program. But I want you to start by telling me one thing that you think you should do if you're ready to scale. We have 8, and I'm going to go through the 8, but I do want you to type in the chat which activity, project, tasks, focus you need to have when you're ready to scale your business. We have 8, so I'm sure that whatever you're going to throw in the chat is going to be one of the right answers. Some of them are very easy to understand, and some of them are more tricky, but it's basically the 8 areas where you need to work on your business in order to scale it, right? So again, I'm happy to hear what you have to say in the chat. In the meantime, I'll start with the first one, which is the most obvious. Usually people already know that when they get to the scaling stage, is that in order to scale your business, the first thing you need to work on is your time. That's number one. Number one is your time, meaning you need to learn how to manage your time. You need to learn how to leverage your time. You need to learn how to work with high performance habits, routines, waking up in the morning, having the same set of tasks, going to sleep early, managing your time in the most efficient way. That is, oh, hi, Stephanie. Very nice for you to come here. And you can answer all the questions because you're definitely at the scaling stage. So I'm sure that you can answer all the questions. But the first thing that we want to work on when we're ready to scale is our time, right? So that is not something that you would have, maybe you would have guessed. I don't know, maybe you would. But this is not necessarily something that people think about when they are ready to scale. And yet, the first thing we need to work on is your time management. The second out of the 8 is something I said in the time, but really it's separate. It's not really together with time. It's the high performance habits. So high performance habits only come after you know how to manage your time, right? Because if you don't know how to manage your time, then you won't be able to create healthy habits or even professional habits. So I know, Stephanie, if you're still here, you are a master at high performance habits. We would love to have your feedback in the chat if you want to share with us what it has done to you in your business for integrating high performance habits. But in general, when we speak about high performance habits, we speak about having a morning routine, doing your visualization, your meditation, your affirmations, reading a lot of books, listening to podcasts, doing exercise, eating, healthy food, considering your time and your day and your self-care as part of your business activity, right? So eating healthy is part of your business responsibility. Going to bed early is part of who you want to be as a business owner, right? So again, it's counterintuitive. We don't really think about that, but that's what you need in order to scale your business. That's what it means that you need to focus on. So 1 is your time, 2 is your high performance habits. And right, Stephanie is saying it's a game changer and it feels so good, right? I know. I mean, in the beginning, it is difficult. Like, let's not kid ourselves. In the beginning, it's a lot of discipline, and it's you have to really work on yourself and be committed and be consistent. So it doesn't come easy. But once you have those routine and those habits integrated, then it is a game changer. I totally agree with you, Stephanie, and it feels so good because then you really are back in control of yourself, of your life, of your business, of your results. And so, yeah, it's amazing. So again, 1, what does it mean to scale your business? 1 means to scale and leverage your time. 2 means scale and leverage your high performance habits. Number 3 means scale and leverage your business model, right? So we spoke about before that the way you make money is a sign if you're ready to scale or not. When you decide to scale, or when you really see and realize that you are at the scaling stage, one of the first things that you want to do is you want to shift your business model. So if you were selling your time for money, you want to start maybe recording videos or creating worksheet material or writing an ebook or doing things to leverage your time. And again, that's because we worked on our time management and our high performance habits so that you don't sell your time for money, right? So the business model has to change. And that's when you work on your irresistible offer, having different packages, having low-end, standard and high-end packages, right? That's when you know that you can give different levels of service and value to your clients. That's where you're scaling, because the low end is going to be minimum of your time, and the high end is going to be more expensive with more of your time. That's called scaling. That's called leveraging. And usually when I work with my clients, that's the first thing we work on. We work on the irresistible offer. We work on how do we leverage and scale our business model so that we can offer something that is actually what your clients are looking for. And again, I've done the same mistake because The business model is one thing, but the number 4 is the offering. Okay, I'm separating this because it's a different way. We always get to the same goal, which is scaling, but it's a different way and a different avenue to come and to get to it. So the business model is, how do I make money? Where is the money coming from? And the offering is, what is my irresistible offer? What are my services? What are my packages? So I would love to hear from some of you that are here in the chat, if those things you've already worked on, or if this is something that you do want to work on. Have you worked already on time management? Have you worked already on high performance habits? Have you worked on your business model, like leveraging your business model? Have you already worked on your irresistible offer to scale it and package it and make it more, on the one hand, more accessible, but also less of your time? So I would love to hear in the chat if this is something you've done or this is something you want to do, because this would mean that you are already in the scaling process. Number 5, I don't keep track anymore. 1 is your time. 2 is high performance habits. 3 is business model. 4 is offering. Number 5 is systems. Yes, that's what you have to work on. And I don't know if you were in our 3 days, we had a 3 days training, live training on systems. So many people gave amazing feedback on this training. I love teaching about systems, even though it sounds not really sexy or not really fun, but systems are so good. I mean, when you have systems in your business, you get your life back, you have peace of mind, you feel in control, you know exactly where everything is going, and you are, so, yeah. So who is saying not sure if this is for my type of business? Okay, Robin, so you can tell us what is your type of business and tell us, why you're not sure that this is for your type of business. I would love to know more. But in any case, in any business, systems are a game changer. I'm taking again Stephanie's expression because it really makes a big difference when everything you do, instead of doing it for the first time and doing it on the spur of the moment or on an intuition, you make it on a systematic, consistent way, framework, process. And everyone who has worked with me or been in my trainings knows that this is the core of my teaching, is about how do we transform our whole business into a series of systems, right? How do you onboard new client? How do you receive payments? How do you make a sales call? How do you follow up with your proposals? How do you generate more leads? Everything you do in your business can be and should be turned into a system. And the reason why is because we're getting to number 6. And number 6 is your team. So people think when I'm getting to a scaling stage, I'm going to go out and hire. And I say, yes, hiring is one of the things you do when you are in the scaling stage. However, before you hire, you want to create the systems so that when the person comes that you've hired, they know what to do. And you can train them exactly on what you want them to do. Because if you don't have a system and you just tell them, I don't know what you do, just watch me, or just look at what I'm doing and do the same. It's exactly, it's not going to be easy for them to copy you because they're not you. They don't have everything you have in your head. When you create systems, you're basically taking everything, your knowledge, your experience that you have in your head, and you're putting it on paper, on checklists, on templates, on spreadsheets, and that is what the person that you hire is going to be able to do. So I think it's Robin says, I'm a polymer clay artist creating Judaica and more. Okay, that is totally applicable. Of course, if you are the artist and people are paying for your art, then the business model is a different business model, because then you have 2 ways of scaling your business. It's either you create unique pieces that are going to be very expensive and that are going to be only done by you, your signature product, and that is your way of scaling your business model so that you have different prices and you're positioning yourself as a very expensive artist. Or you hire and train what we call mini-me's, right? So mini-me's are people that are going to be doing some things like you, not everything like you, but they're going to be trained by you, and they're going to maybe use your method or your way of doing things, or using your perspective or your vision, and whatever is possible to teach them, you will teach them, and then you will have more people working for you, and you'll be able to stop trading your time for money. So in any business is scalable. It's just a matter of being at the right time and having the right strategy to scale with, leveraging either your business model or your hiring or your systems, but it's going to have to go one way or the other. I hope that answers your question, Robin. And if not, feel free to type in the chat. I love when we have those interactions, because it's also showing everyone else how we can use scaling as a way to leverage your business. So we spoke about number 7, which was your team, right? So again, if you don't have the systems, then it's going to be very difficult for you to hire, or you're going to have to spend so much time with your team that you're going to say it's not worth it. I may as well do it myself, right? So again, team, it comes after system. And number 8, and again, if you have your worksheet or if you have a piece of paper, just write down the 8 ways of scaling your business. What are the 8 steps that you need to do? And it's in order of in order of where you start and where you finish. So you start with time, then high performance, then business model, then offering, then, I think I skipped marketing. And then we have systems, and then teams. And the last one is leadership. So leadership is something that is really at the border of, scaling and the leadership in your business, which is, you've been scaling your business for many years. And then you get to the leadership when you're the leader of the leader of your field, or of your industry, or of your method, where you've brought something new, when you bring an added value, when you bring an innovation. That is the leadership, right? So you want to get ready for this step of leadership, or when you have, really worked on your mindset, when you've hired and you have a big team and you're managing a big team, and so you need to work on your leadership skills. But leadership is one of the last areas that you work on in scaling your business. So those are the 8 areas where you actually can implement the scaling, all the scaling strategies, right? And so Robin is saying, at this point, I'm the only one working and I'm creating unique products. Okay, so then your scaling strategy is definitely to increase your price and to have it positioned as unique art pieces. And I'm sure that in your field, you see a lot of people, maybe not a lot, but you see artists leveraging their art, and at some point, like, really charging a lot of money for their art, because they're charging much more than the cost of the material, but they're charging the art, which is something that we cannot touch. This is not something that we can actually put a price on. And that's how people are scaling their artist business, right? Their art business. So again, you have different ways, but the last point in our live today might really be useful for you, Robin, because if you feel that you are not scaling your business where you should, then then it might mean, and again, it's always, a probability. It could be that you don't fall under that category, but it might mean, from my experience and the hundreds of entrepreneurs that I've worked with, I've seen that it's usually 3 reasons or 3 resistance that we have that are actually stopping us from scaling. And I would love for you to really listen to those resistance, and then to type in the chat which one you think is the one stopping you from really scaling. So the first one is the alignment, meaning you're not so sure that you're aligned with what you're doing, and so it's stopping you from scaling, because scaling means looking at the long term, usually investing. And so when we're not aligned with what we're doing, or we're not sure that we're aligned, we're not scale. I want to make sure that I'm really, really aligned with what I'm offering, with my unique brilliance, with my born to do, with my purpose, with the impact I want to have. So those are really the first questions you want to ask yourself. The second thing that might stop you from scaling is the strategy. You might not know how, and you might say, I would love to scale, but I have no idea how to leverage my business model, or to leverage my prices, or to leverage my marketing, or to hire, or to create systems. I don't know how, right? That's the strategy. The strategy piece is missing. And in that case, then it's about learning. It's about going to an expert and asking, can you help me scale my business? Can you help me, create systems? Can you help me think of a new business model or a new pricing strategy or a new offering, right? So again, as much as you have your expertise in your business, other people have expertise in scaling and in business strategy, right? That's my expertise. This is what I help people do. And like, for example, Robin, I'm not an artist and I don't know how to work with clay. So I would never imagine, doing this by myself. If I ever want to do it, I would probably go to an expert and ask them to teach me. If you feel that you are at the stage of scaling your business, then there are probably things that you still need to learn, and you can always go see an expert. So that's for the strategy. And the last thing that might be the one stopping you from scaling is the mindset. And we find the mindset everywhere. We find mindset on, launching and growing, but the mindset on scaling is really a critical one, because scaling means that we're ready to invest. We're ready to invest in systems. We're ready to invest in team. We're ready to, leverage our, positioning, leverage our pricing, leverage our offering. So the mindset is really, really important, because we need to see ourselves as leaders. We need to have self-worth, self-confidence, self-love. We need to think that we're enough. We need to, also fight our imposter syndrome. All of this needs to be worked on in order to get to the scaling stage. Because when you get to the scaling stage, it's like, am I really able to do this? Am I enough? Are you sure that I have the expertise? So if you're still asking yourself those questions, then you want to work on the mindset. You want to say, okay, I need to work on my self-worth. I need to make sure that I know the value of what I'm offering, the results that my clients are getting, or the happiness or the joy that they're getting from my services, my products, my art. And so depending on where you feel that you have a resistance, whether it's alignment, strategy, or mindset, then it's where you need to work on in order to actually align your business to the stage that you're in. Because if you've answered yes to one of the 5 that we had on the top, right? Because if you have either you're at full capacity, or you've been doing this for a long time, or you want to change your revenue stream, or you want to work less and make more money, or you feel overwhelmed all the time, if you're one of those things, then you need to actually work on those 8 areas that we mentioned, right? Your time, your high performance habits, your business model, your offering, your marketing, your systems, your team, and your leadership. Those are the 8 areas where you work on scaling your business. And if you see that you're not getting there, and that something is blocking you, is stopping you, then you need to check your alignment with what you're doing, your strategy, if you have the hows, the know-how, the expertise on how you need to scale and what to learn in order to scale. And last but not least, check your mindset. So that's it for today. I'm going to stop the share. Stop sharing. Yes, here I am. I'm back. And I'm so happy that we have this weekly live, because I always feel like there's so much to teach and so much to share. And this community is very dear to my heart, the Born to Do Business community. And I want to be able to share more, whether it's knowledge or expertise. I know that this community is a community full of entrepreneurs, purpose-driven entrepreneurs. And so I'm here for that too. I'm here to share my knowledge, my expertise. I'm here for questions, of course, if some things weren't clear, or if you want to talk more about what does it mean to scale your business, of course, you can schedule a call with me. We would go over your strategy, your business, see if you are at the right stage, or if you need to push yourself in the scaling stage, or if you need to stay in the growing stage. Like I said, I have programs for launching, growing, and scaling. So that's a great opportunity. You can schedule a call. We can discuss it, and we can see what stage you're in and what is the first area that you need to work on out of the 8 that I've listed so far. Thank you so much. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And I will see you next week, same time, same day, Wednesday, 6 p.m. for another weekly live. And we'll keep on talking about scaling, but we'll take different areas and we'll dive in to give you more resources and content on what does it mean to scale your business. Until then, I wish you a great week, and sending you so much love, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.